What's up, y'all? This is Juanita with 7th Avenue, back at this again. I am here to talk to you about disaster proofing your finances. I know it sounds like a lot, but it is something really important I think that we all should be aware of, and how to prepare for those type of things, disasters that could happen, and just steps to take, to better assist yourself for future reference. Um, for those of you who do not know me, my name is Juanita. I am the CEO at 7th Avenue and a growing computer company called GoTex Technology. I have helped hundreds of families be able to reach their financial goals and purchase their dream homes and restore their credit. If you don't know, now you know, okay? Anyways, when it comes to natural disasters, when it comes to, if y'all see me keep looking back out that way, it's because I'm watching the kids. They keep going by the window. They're outside, so that's what I'm looking at, okay? So I apologize if that's a distraction to you. All right, so natural disasters, they can occur at any time, okay? Any place. And you just have to know how to better prepare yourself for anything that could take place at any time, whether it's a hurricane, an earthquake, a tornado, a flood, a fire. It doesn't matter. Someone gets sick or something like that. You want to be equipped, right? So, in some cases, you might already be equipped. You might have a flashlight in case there's no power. You might have, like me, I had went out and brought a generator because one year here in Georgia, there was I think Hurricane Irma, and it came through and knocked out the power. We was out of power for like a whole week, and it was a disaster, okay? I mean, all the food. I don't even want to tell you what I did. Like, I literally went and brought food, and I brought food that had to be refrigerated. This was my first time being in a disaster type of situation, so now I know. We live and we learn, and I've learned that you don't buy food that need to be refrigerated when you have a bad storm and you don't have any lights. So that's my tell story. Laugh at me. I've already laughed at myself. And that's why I now have prepared myself. I went out and I brought a generator, so your girl ain't gonna have no be in a house without no lights, okay? I brought a generator that will allow me to be able to plug in the refrigerator and plug into certain things that we need that are electric. So you might have flashlights, you might have bottled water, you might have other things for doomsday. The doomsday preparation people, they are all prepared for these type of things. But are you financially prepared? Do you have 6 to 9 months worth of income, funds saved up for an emergency, whether it's to pay your mortgage or to pay your rent or to pay your car note or whatever the case may be? Are you prepared financially? Okay. Do you have insurance? Do you have homeowners insurance or renters insurance? If you don't, then you're not prepared. All right. So, speaking of renters insurance and homeowners insurance and stuff like that, do you have any? Do you have renters insurance? Do you have homeowners insurance? I mean, I'm pretty sure you have insurance on your car, so why don't you have insurance on your house? That's a question that I would really want to know. I know it doesn't sound like a big deal, but when you get into a situation where you're renting and your stuff get flooded and stuff is damaged, the landlord is only going to replace the carpet and whatever is damaged inside their property, but most cases they're not replacing anything that was valuable to you that could have gotten damaged, like photos and things of that nature. So it's really important, if you don't have renters insurance or homeowners insurance, is to start looking for some, do some research, and find an insurance that will fit your budget. Okay, you want to make sure that the deductibles are comfortable for you. You want to make sure that the coverage is going to cover the things that is important to you. So when you actually purchase insurance, it's probably going to ask you like what you have in your house, you know, what type of things that you want covered, and you can put things like computers and plants, and you know, you can add all kinds of stuff on there. But you want to make sure that you take a picture beforehand of all of your valuables. Make sure that you have them written down, because if something were to take place, they will ask you, okay, when did this happen? All right, and they might even tell you to send pictures of what it looked like and stuff like that. So you want to be prepared. You want to have all that stuff beforehand and not wait until the last minute. Like some people, when they call in about their phones, they're like, "Oh, I lost my phone in the bottom of the ocean." But yeah, and it's like, okay, well, did you save anything on your phone? Like, did you take a picture of it, or take a picture of the IMEI or serial numbers so we can track it? Like, not track it in the bottom of the ocean, but be able to put it down and say, hey, you lost this, we're replacing it with this, blah, blah, blah. No, you don't. So we can't help you. You know, before this disaster happens, you need to take those precautions and make sure that you have everything lined up and ready to go. All right, so when it comes to insurance, you want to make sure that you have everything that you need, and don't just go and purchase just whatever is given to you. Make sure that you are understanding what is being provided in your insurance, whether it's renter's insurance or homeowner's insurance. Make sure you know what is covered, because if you do lose your phone, a lot of the insurances, they can cover your phones and your computers and your rugs and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So you want to make sure that you know what it is. Don't just pick every single thing that is there if you don't need it. For example, I have homeowners insurance, and I eliminated the flood insurance because I'm not in a flood zone area. The likelihood of it flooding is very slim. I'm not saying that it couldn't happen, but it's very, very slim. You know, I'll be okay with whatever it takes place with the flood, because it's not something I need at this moment. Okay, so you just basically want to make sure that you're just paying for what you need, and not just having stuff just to sit around and you may not ever use it ever, in the whole duration of your livelihood with that insurance. Once you do get all this stuff together, like I said in the other video, you know, you have your financial aid emergency kit. You want to put it in a safe place. You want to store it somewhere that it cannot be ruined. For myself, I have it in many different places. I have it in a safe box that's waterproof and fireproof. And I also have it online, whereas any specific person that I set, so I have a few people who will be in control over everything. If something was to happen to me, they will have access to my passwords, they'll have access to my valuables, they'll have access to, you know, whatever it is that I have, my will, my trust, my insurance, my life insurance, so on and so forth. They will have access to that, and they don't have to worry about going to a probate and letting a court decide, or having some long lost family members who ain't never been around try to come in and get a piece of the pie. They will be straight. Okay, so you want to make sure you have that for any type of situation that could take place, whether it's a disaster or whether it's just a natural life ending situation. As far as your emergency fund goes, like I keep saying, you guys, and I can't say this enough, you want to have 6 to 9 months of living expenses. It will make a big difference, okay? So if you're not in a place right now where you have at least 6 to 9 months already saved up, let's try to get you into a place where you at least have a month saved up, okay? And once you start to see that money there, you're gonna start feeling a huge difference, I guarantee you. And we want to track your spending for the months, for each month, and calculate, you know, how much you'll need to save for like bills, for rent, for your car note, for groceries, things of that nature. So we want to get down to the nitty gritty of this, okay? And we want to plan ahead properly. After all your bills and necessities are paid, everything is set aside. You should have money that you can, like, say, I'm going to put this in my savings, sit it there and not have to worry about touching it, right? So we want to get to that point. It's really important to have an emergency plan, just as well as it is important for you to have an emergency fund. Until you reach your target amount, just keep going. Just keep putting as much as you can in there, whether it's $1 or $5 or whatever the amount is. Just don't stop, okay? That is all for now. Until next time.